Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I wanted to talk about something that I get asked about a lot. It's about my style choices and I guess staying stylish through chronic illness. So I get asked about how I stay stylish and how I don't know. I don't think that I do anything in particular. I don't really think about it. It's not something that I'm consciously doing. I just enjoy dressing and getting dressed and doing my makeup, and I enjoy doing this every day or most days. So it's not something that I consciously think about staying stylish, you know what I mean? And I think most people ask this because I put so many outfit photos on Instagram. It's my favorite thing to put on there. So obviously, in order to stay stylish through chronic illness, I guess the first thing that you have to do, or the first trick or tip or whatever, is that you have to genuinely enjoy fashion, enjoy clothes, enjoy dressing up and putting your makeup on and all that stuff, because if you don't enjoy it, then it's going to be a chore to you, and we have enough that we need to do that is already a chore. We don't need more things. If you don't really enjoy fashion and style, or if it's not really something that you're really passionate about, it's not something that you want to spend time doing, then don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. Not everyone has to be super stylish and super fashionable. I don't think I'm fashionable. I think I have my own style that I do, and it's just my own thing. I don't really follow trends and things that people are wearing. I kind of just wear what I like. I tend to go for more 40s and early 40s vibes, so late 30s through 40s, a little bit of 50s style. So that's kind of the eras that I draw inspiration from. I do not dress absolutely 100% true to the era because I don't want to. I just like to draw inspiration from that and to kind of mix and match with what I have. A lot of my pieces of clothing are modern, so obviously I just kind of make things look vintage. And the tips I'm going to give you are not specifically for my style. I'm just going to explain what I do and the reasoning behind stuff, and I want people to understand that I'm not uncomfortable, and I'm not putting myself through something uncomfortable or negative in order to stay stylish. That's really what I want to demystify, because I feel you can be really comfortable and also look good at the same time. You don't have to choose one or the other, not because you're trying to please other people, but doing it for you. I don't dress like this, and I don't do stuff for other people. I dress in the way that I like, that makes me happy, that every time I look in the mirror, it makes me smile. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. Another thing that's really important that I mention is that I actually have a background in styling. My professional training before, becoming a dancer was personal styling and personal shopping. So I actually have been trained professionally to put outfits together to help people understand their body shapes and what works for their body types and what works with their complexions and hair colors and jobs and what they're trying to transmit and show to other people. So I'm very good at going shopping with other people, because if they want something, if they're looking for something, I have a very good eye for that. I learned how to do other people's makeup. I learned how to style, and I think that makes it easier for me and more natural for me to put my outfits together and to think outside the box and to have this kind of comfortable creativity with clothes that I don't think other people have. Not because I'm special or anything, just because I trained professionally for that. So I think it's natural that I maybe see things that other people don't. That's definitely an advantage that I have that other people might not be aware of. And also another important thing to say is don't believe everything you see. Just because every day I post an outfit photo on Instagram does not mean that that outfit was worn that day. And it doesn't mean that I wore that outfit all day. Sometimes I take multiple pictures in one day and then I will post them throughout a month or two. I might be in my pajamas until 3 p.m. and then change, take some photos, wear that outfit for a bit, and then change back into my pajamas. Just because I'm showing you an outfit photo does not mean that I wore that outfit all day or that I'm dressed like that every single day. So don't believe everything you see on Instagram. You might see people on their good days, or it's just a very small fraction of my day. And if you actually read the captions, that's where I talk about how I'm feeling and what I'm doing. And if you read the caption, you'll understand that sometimes, today, I'm wearing a really cute outfit, but I'm in a lot of pain. So Just because I smile for a picture doesn't mean that I'm not in pain anymore or that I'm somehow doing better than you. Obviously, what you see is what I want you to see, and it's what I want to show, which is the best part of me. I don't want to show you when I'm down and vulnerable, because that doesn't make me feel good. Although I do sometimes share that just to keep it a little bit more balanced, but obviously I don't want to share something where I'm not feeling good, right? So just keep that in mind. Let's actually start with my tips and tricks. Those are just, disclaimers, I guess. You probably have noticed, if you follow me on Instagram, that I wear mostly skirts, dresses. I don't really wear a lot of trousers. There's a very specific reason for that. I don't find them comfortable at all, so I don't wear them. And there you go. I wear skirts not because they're pretty, like that's also, obviously that's a factor, but the reason that I wear skirts is because trousers are too uncomfortable for me. And that's mostly for 3 reasons. The first one is bloating. I get a lot of bloating because I have moderate to severe IBS, and I get a lot of bloating. And if you're wearing trousers, I feel like they normally sit a little bit lower than skirts do, or my skirts do. I just feel like there's a tightness in my stomach that I just don't find comfortable. If I need to bend over to pick something up off the floor, it will hurt and dig into my stomach, and that just is uncomfortable to me. I find that skirts are just much more comfortable, especially because I wear a lot of flared out skirts. First of all, you can't see the bloating because they're flared out anyway. And second of all, they're not tight around that area, so they don't make you feel more uncomfortable than you already feel. The second reason is because I have a lot of knee pain. Knees are probably like the top painful areas for me, so wearing jeans, wearing like trousers. When I sit, because obviously I work from home from a desk, I spend most of the day sitting, and they just become really tight around my knees and they make my knee pain worse. So again, wearing skirts is a way to protect myself from that kind of pain and to avoid more pain. And the third reason is because I find that I have more restrictive leg movement when I'm wearing trousers than when I'm wearing skirts. Because I wear flared out skirts, I don't wear pencil skirts. I just feel like I can move my legs more, I can cross my legs more easily. I really like to sit with my legs crossed at my desk. So I just find that wearing skirts is a lot easier to do that with. So I have a lot of movement freedom, and it just is more comfortable to me. I get dressed every day, even though I'm working from home and I'm at home, because I like the structure that it gives me. I find that if I spend too much time in my pajamas, I start getting a little bit, I just feel like it's not good for me psychologically, because it makes me feel like I'm just kind of wearing the same thing over and over, and I'm not gonna get out of the house. And it kind of like makes me feel more like I'm housebound than if I'm getting dressed and stuff. I don't know why. That's just something to me that makes me feel like I'm up and ready to do my work and to do my things. I prefer to like get dressed every morning. I just find that it's good for me, for my mental health, for my confidence levels, and just for my relationship with my illness. It just helps me feel a little bit more in control and like I got this, doing it on my own terms. So I feel like that's one of the reasons also why I get dressed every day and why I try to look good every day. Just think about your needs, like your physical needs, like I was talking about with my knee pain. Think about what hurts and what you need, and then try to adapt to your style and your clothes that you like to something that would both help you with that and make you feel more confident and more comfortable. Another thing, for example, that I have a lot is chest pain and rib cage pain. So on days where I have a little bit more pain, I maybe don't feel like wearing a bra. So I will wear a dress that's a lot more fitted, or something that's a little bit tighter, so that it will keep everything in place and I don't have to wear a bra. I don't feel uncomfortable with it. Or maybe I'll wear a big jumper in the winter and it doesn't matter if I'm wearing a bra or not underneath. So that's kind of what I think about. I try to, when I get up and see how I feel, I then adjust what I feel like wearing accordingly. So I have some dresses that if I'm having a lot of ribcage pain, I won't be able to wear them because they will be a little bit painful after a while. Whereas I have other dresses that are not painful at all and I can wear when I have ribcage pain. It's about having a bit of variety and really being strict with what you buy and what you invest in, because if you buy clothes that are not fitted well to you and that don't fit you very well, you're going to be more uncomfortable than if you buy clothes that are fitted to you. It's also a good tip for saving and not spending money unwisely on clothes or shoes or whatever accessories as well. So I try to be very, very selective with what I buy. I don't tend to buy very much, and I buy most of my stuff secondhand. I will always try stuff on, and if I buy things secondhand, I will, and they're too big or whatever, I know that I'm going to tailor them to me, because obviously I know how to sew, I know how to make clothes, so I can just fix it at home by myself. And when I make stuff for me, I make it according to my needs and my size and what is comfortable for me. So for example, this skirt that I'm wearing today, I made myself, and I made it so that it would be, you know, exactly how I wanted it to be. So that's obviously a good plus of making your own stuff. But I find that even if I'm buying things from modern stores, I always try stuff on. I always make sure that I have a few outfits that I could wear that thing with. Let's say I see a sweater that is exactly the right fit for me. They have my size, and it's a super cute color, or it's just a super cute sweater. But the colors that it's in, I don't have that many things to wear with. I have maybe one outfit that I can think of on the spot to wear with that. I tend not to buy it because I don't want something that I can only wear with one outfit. It's not going to be versatile. I try to buy a lot of plain things, a lot of basics, and a lot of colors that I already own, because I can then mix and match. I can honestly create maybe 100 outfits with that one piece to make sure that I can actually get wear out of it, because otherwise it's not a good investment. When I'm buying something, I want it to last me a long time. So I have to think about it being a versatile piece in my wardrobe. I have to think about it being something that I'm going to get my money's worth out of, you know what I mean? And that's something that helps me stay stylish, I think, is because people think that I always have different outfits on and that I never repeat my outfits. And the truth is that I just have a lot of pieces that go together, so I can mix and match infinitely to create new outfits. And that's the exciting thing, is when you get adventurous and think about matching different colors that you may never have worn before, and it's just like you gotta have fun with it, but you also have to be smart about it. And you have to adapt your style to your physical needs, in our case of like chronically ill people. So for example, in the winter, I get very cold and my hands go numb and my feet go numb, so if I get cold. So I have to wear gloves, and I have to wear thick socks, and I have to make sure that I stay warm. Instead of wearing like a big woolly hat that doesn't really match my style, I wear berets because they still keep me warm, but they're more stylish. So think about a way that you can maybe make your clothes more stylish but still comfortable and have that usefulness that you need out of them. So it's about picking out items that are going to work for you in a very big amount of situations. But obviously, if I'm having a bad flare, I'm gonna be in my pajamas. I don't care, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna get dressed. Another thing that I want to mention is be mindful of, you know, what kind of fabrics things are. So this goes back to making smart purchases, because if I have fibromyalgia, obviously my body does not regulate its body temperature correctly. So if it's cold, I get cold, and if it's hot, I get hot. I have to be very mindful of what I wear and make sure that I stay nice and warm, because being cold and shivering and stuff is going to make my pain worse. In the winter, I try to always be a little bit warm. I try to be in that stage where I might want to take my jacket off, because then I know that I'm not going to be cold when I'm outside. I wear a lot of layers. I make sure that I have very comfortable undergarments, so tights and long sleeve t-shirts to put on underneath to layer up and to make sure that I'm staying nice and warm. In the winter, I wear thick woolly skirts, wool blends, things that are going to keep me nice and warm. And I wear, you know, wool jumpers. I wear a coat every time I go outside, and a scarf and gloves and a hat, and I put extra socks on, all of that. And in the summer, I wear a lot of linens, a lot of like very thin cottons, because it keeps me nice and cool. It's about thinking about those things and what your needs are. If you are very cold all the time, then maybe it's time to invest in warmer clothes and things that are gonna keep you nice and warm. I think last but not least, but probably like a very important one, is I plan a lot of my outfits. I normally try to pick like a key element of an outfit and then work around that. And normally when I go to bed and I'm going to sleep, I think about what I'm gonna wear next day. So I think ahead, I plan ahead, but that's because I genuinely enjoy putting outfits together. So it's not hard work for me. And if I'm going to a big event, I will plan my outfit ahead like months in advance sometimes. I think about what I'm gonna wear because it's exciting for me. I'm excited about it. I get a lot of joy out of my clothes, so I find that wearing them makes me happy, and I look after them. I you know, care well for them. I don't know if that helped at all. I hope so. I just feel like styling my outfits is a fun way for me to like unleash my creativity and just like make myself feel good about myself. And I think that was a really important thing to pursue, especially when I got sick, because I just felt a little bit lost, and I felt a little bit like I didn't really know what I was going to do. Like I didn't really know who I was anymore. So I think that it helped me find that voice inside of me and find that like confidence again, and it helped me be creative. You have to kind of adapt and understand that maybe it's not for you. So maybe you think it's cool that I wear skirts every day and that this is my style, but it might not be suitable for your style or for your life, you know, for what you do on a daily basis. So I just find that it's important to think about practicality and not just the visual effect of things. And that's why I wanted to talk about kind of why I wear skirts, make people understand that it's not impractical for me. This, for me, is more practical than the alternative, you know? If you have any questions that I didn't really address, you can ask them in the comments or let me know that I can make like a follow-up video on that. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please don't forget to leave it a like and a comment, and consider subscribing to my channel if you have not done that already. It would mean so much to me. So that is everything that I have to say. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!